In the world of comedy, the people are represented by two separate yet equally hilarious groups. These are their stories.
So hey, my name's Ryan. In elementary school I was Ryan M. Because, did you guys have that when you were in elementary school? If there was more than one person with the same name, they'd slap the last initial on there, and that was who you were. The thing is about that is though, like, one Ryan still got to be the Ryan, and then I was Ryan M, so it's like roll call would come and go, Ryan, and I'd wait for him to go, and then Ryan M. And that was rough because they kind of strip you of your identity, you know? And then, what's worse is eventually, because there were so many Ryans in my class, because Ryan was such a popular name, that I became Mr. Merriam. Why would you do that to a 10-year-old kid? Like, my fate was sealed out of kindergarten. Like, because, Ryans make friends. No one's going to hang out with a guy who's 10 years old and his teacher calls him Mr. Merriam. I feel like that messed me up a lot, because, like, I've done a lot of neuroses now, I'm going to kind of pin it on my kindergarten teacher, because that's easy. Like, for instance, I'm a huge tourist, and I hate being a tourist. Like, I went to all those places that real people don't actually go, like the Mall of America, that Toys R Us in Times Square. Like, I'm taking pictures of the Ferris wheel. But the thing is, I also, like, because I hate being a tourist so much, I pretend I'm a local, so I won't, like, look up at the buildings in New York or read a map or anything like that. But the problem is, I'm still going to places like wax museums. So then I have to go in there and pretend like I don't know how I got in there. Like, what the hell is this place? This is weird. This isn't that deli I always go to in the city where I live. But then I have to pretend to accidentally take a picture so I can accidentally tag it on Facebook as Al Pacino and pretend he's my friend. Wrote this down. Cool. Alright, another problem I have is I have a lot of bathroom issues. Like, I'm just, it just makes me nervous. Because there's a lot of unwritten rules about the bathroom, and some people just don't get it. Like, for instance, in the men's room, you've got the urinals. And if there's more than two, you do not go up next to another guy and use that urinal. There's a safety urinal between you. You've got to have a buffer, you know? And then, like, even if they're, like, every other one is full and you have to take one of the bad ones, if you can hold it, you wait. And never talk. It's never okay to talk at a urinal. Never ever. No. Like, the one situation where you're allowed to do that is, like, if there's some kind of crotch-level fire spreading across the bathroom. And even then, like, at the most, like, then you walk away and don't make eye contact. Because the urinal's as close to public nudity as most guys get. And if most guys are like me, I want to be able to pretend I'm alone. And like, guys 6 inches away from me talking into my ear while he's doing his business ruins that. I'm a kind of fat guy, like a little bit, but I'm like that awkward level of fat. You know, like, there's really fat guys, and they're like, oh, I'm such a big fat guy. Everyone around's like, oh, you jokester, you are fat. And then there's people who are just like a tiny, tiny, tiny bit fat, and they go, oh, I'm such a big fat guy. And everyone goes, oh, no, you're not. Oh, man. But if I go, oh, I'm such a big fat guy, there's just silence. It's really uncomfortable. Like, people are thinking, like, oh my God, is he joking? I can't tell. He's definitely fatter than me. Maybe I never noticed he's fat. Maybe he's secret fat. That no one can say anything, because I'm not joking. Like, The reason I have kind of a weight problem, though, is because, in this country, everyone just eats too much and eat bad stuff. Like, but there's some foods that are made just to make you feel better about the stuff you're eating. Like, Burger King has the double stacker, and it's 2 hamburger patties and bacon, some kind of Chipotle ranch sauce or something. I don't even know what Chipotle is, but it's on there. And then there's the triple stacker, which is more meat and more bacon and more sauce. And you hold your double stacker and you look at that, and you go, psh, boy, I'm like a health nut. I could have 2 of these, as long as I don't have that triple stacker. I've never seen someone order the triple stacker, but I've seen people order 2 doubles. That seems perverse. So, that's pretty much all I got, except I want to plug a website I write on, miltontheduke.blogspot.com. It's funny, and I've optimistically written it down on 4 index cards for anyone who wants to do that. Optimistically written it like, oh, people are going to take it, but also pessimistically because I used 4. But thank you guys very much.